Do you sometimes think, oh, nothing good will come from my life? Maybe for whatever reason, maybe it is because of your circumstances, your situation, because of the family you grew up in, because of the town you grew up in, maybe because of illness that you feel discouraged, maybe because of people's words or opinions about you. Today, I want to encourage you. You know what? You are in good company. There's a story in John chapter 1 about Nathanael. Now, Philip went looking for Nathanael. I suppose it was a friend of his, and he found him and told him that they have found the one that Moses and the prophets spoke about, Jesus of Nazareth. And Nathanael said, can anything good come from Nazareth? So I suppose the little town of Nazareth, where Jesus grew up, didn't have a great reputation. Maybe it was just too small and nothing was really happening there, or maybe just nobody significant ever emerged from there. But so now Nathanael is wondering, can anything good come from Nazareth? And we all know, yes, someone truly magnificent came from Nazareth. And I think God planned it this way, that he would grow up in that little town, so that we can all identify that no matter where you come from, no matter how insignificant you feel, you know that in Jesus Christ, everything good, everything wonderful is possible for you. Now let's pick up the story from John 1, verse 47 to 51. Jesus saw Nathanael coming towards him and said of him, here is an Israelite indeed, a true descendant of Jacob, in whom there is no guile, nor deceit, nor duplicity. Nathanael said to Jesus, how do you know these things about me? So here you can see Jesus operating as a prophet. He is receiving a word of knowledge from the Father, because remember, Jesus said he always just did and said what he saw the Father do and heard the Father say. So he got a word of knowledge from the Father about Nathanael, about his character. And yes, there were prophets in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, and even today. And yes, often we feel so encouraged to just get a word, a prophetic word or a word of knowledge, just knowing that God knows about us. And so here Nathanael is very impressed that this man knows these things. He's wondering, how do you know these things about me? And Jesus answered, before Philip called you, when you were still under the fig tree, I saw you. Wow, so here Jesus even gives him some more information. Nathanael answered, Rabbi, meaning teacher, you are the Son of God. You are the King of Israel. So this was for Nathanael confirmation about who Jesus were. And Jesus replied, because I said to you that I saw you under the fig tree, do you believe in me? You will see greater things than this. Wow. And that is so true. Because even though we think and we do appreciate prophetic words and words of knowledge and that somebody can bring to us, there's even something greater that Jesus brought and released to every single one of us. But let's continue verse 51. Then he said to him, I assure you, and most solemnly say to you, you will see heaven opened and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man, the bridge between heaven and earth. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, Jesus Christ became for us the bridge between heaven and earth. And that means we have direct contact with God. There's only one way to the Father, and that's Jesus Christ. And I want to tell you today, the heaven above you is open. If you have accepted Jesus Christ into your life, the heaven above you is open. You have contact with God. You have contact with God. You can hear his voice for yourself. When you read the word, he will highlight things for you and let it stand out and speak to you that way. He can talk to you by inner knowing, that inner still voice that is speaking to you. Or he can send somebody across your path to say something to you that will confirm that which you spoke to him about in prayer. There are so many, many, many ways that God now speaks, and he speaks to you and to me personally. You do not have to work through someone else. And that is what's so wonderful, a personal relationship with God. So I want to encourage you, pursue that personal relationship with God. Ask him for direction in your life. He will give it to you. And know today, do not sit there discouraged. Stand up and be encouraged and know that you are in good company with the Lord Jesus Christ. And no matter what your background or your circumstances or situations, you are more than victorious. You can be everything that God has dreamed you out to be. You can realize every dream that God has put into your life. Just fix and focus your attention on the Lord Jesus Christ, the beginning and the perfecter of your faith.